Today we have a pretty special episode because I invited a classmate of mine, and she's from Uganda. She quit her job in Uganda to come here to learn Chinese, and I think her perspective is pretty unique actually. So I wanted to invite her today to be on my show. So I'm going to the MRT station now to pick her up. Hello? Hi, where are you? I can't find you. Okay, bye bye. Yeah. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Damn, I forgot my umbrella. How are you doing?
How are you? My life in Taiwan has been really interesting. 1.5 years of meeting new people, meeting new things, experiencing a different life altogether. And the best part of it is learning how everything can be meaningless when you cannot communicate. I think that was the biggest obstacle for me when I had just come to Taiwan. My first day in Taiwan, I got lost. I don't know if I ever told you. I really got lost for about 7 hours.
7 hours?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god. Who found you?
I was living at a place called International House.
Yeah.
And then there's a bus that drops you up to Shirda directly. Yeah. Now getting back, I forgot to pick my map. The only thing I could remember was Carrefour.
Ah.
But the Carrefour I could remember was the one in Shindian. Now I didn't know there were many Carrefours everywhere. So
you're lost in Shida and
so I jump on the bus, and the bus takes me up to Xiaonanmen.
Yeah.
The Carrefour in Xiaonanmen. And then I'm like I have no idea. I have no idea. Everybody's willing to help, but they don't know how to explain things to you.
Yeah.
They're telling me about the MRT. I don't know.
Yeah.
What the MRT is, and they're telling me about the bus. I don't even know which number. I completely had no idea where I was. I didn't have internet because I had just come. I hadn't bought a line.
Yeah.
It was just like, then I end up at the police station, and then I explained to them. They asked me for my passport. When I stepped out, when I finally found somebody who carried me through all the procedures, and this is a guy, just a young guy who couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
They just took me to the MRT and told me, buy this, use this, get here. You're going to sit, for like 4 stations and 4 stops, and then and he told me everything.
Yeah.
He literally took me around like that. When I reached home, I was like, I'm so learning Chinese. So much.
Oh my god, that's such a good story.
So my head focused.
It became like a key for your survival here.
I was like, I'm gonna focus. I will do anything it takes. I have to learn Chinese. As long as you can get into being able to communicate, everything is made easier. Everything is made easier. And the people in Taiwan like foreigners, so it makes it easy for you.
Well, how did you end up in Taiwan?
How did I end up in Taiwan?
Yeah.
I got a scholarship. I got sponsored by Rotary Foundation to come to Taiwan and learn Chinese.
I think in Uganda, Chinese is not a major language.
No, it's not a language in Uganda. You know what people do in my country when they tell you something and you don't understand, they ask you, am I speaking Chinese?
Oh,
because
yeah.
we think it's complicated. Like, one thing is the influence that China has over my country is quite big, and they have these really tight diplomatic ties. So if you have a chance to learn Chinese, it will really, really broaden your chances. People have a mindset, they think Chinese is impossible. Not very many people have the push to do it.
Yeah.
For Chinese, it's like the more you learn, the more you want to learn more. You thirst to learn more. It's hard, it's tough, but you thirst to learn more. And it's like, because I want to be a translator.
Oh, okay.
Even I feel like 2 years is not really enough. So even if my scholarship ends at 2 years, if I had an opportunity to push it ahead, I would.
Okay. And you speak English, bit of French, Chinese.
Another 3 languages from
Another 3 languages?
In Uganda, there is a normal language that most of the people speak, and that's Luganda.
Luganda?
Yes. Then my real language, which is...
Your mother tongue?
Yes, my mother tongue. Thank you. Ah, there goes my English.
Okay, so we take out the English from the list.
Well, we're about to take English off. Okay, and then I speak in Masaba.
Masaba.
Yes, Masaba is my real language. Everybody can speak Rusoga. It's an easy language in Uganda.
What was the biggest difference moving to Taiwan for you compared to Uganda?
The biggest difference for me was the weather.
Yeah.
It was obvious because I came in the summer and I came in the summer and it was so super hot. You know,
Imagine for me coming here. Imagine my situation. Because you go from 28 to 32. Wow, 4 degrees hotter. Your life has changed.
Okay, you just have to keep taking trips back every time the summer comes. You're safe.
For me, I check the temperature, and it's usually about the same in Taiwan as in Sweden. The only thing is that we have a minus in front of it in Sweden. So okay, 20 degrees here in Taiwan, pretty nice. Minus 20 back home. Sorry, I shouldn't. I read something about interviewing, and you shouldn't make fun of the people you interview. Sorry, okay.
And that's the beauty of the difference, you know, the difference that's the beauty of the difference of where we live, where we come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you see as hot, for us we think, oh, that's okay. And then what you think is really, really cold, what I think is really, really cold for you is like, that's why you're wearing this and I'm wearing this.
Exactly. I didn't even think about it, yeah. Yeah, you were contemplating if you were going to wear your other jacket.
Yes, the second one,
yeah.
and probably the third one.
Yesterday me and my girlfriend went to the hot spring in Beito. Did you go to Beito before?
I didn't really go to the hot spring because it involves a lot of things I don't... Like taking my clothes off, I'm afraid of that.
But you wear the bikini when you go into the...
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just like inconveniencing for me.
I went to the swimming pool here in Taiwan. I go swimming every week, you know. I get to my locker and I open and I change my clothing next to the locker, so I get totally naked. And after a while, I realized that there was a security camera next to where I am. So I thought, wow, it's really shocking. Like someone in the security is watching me change my clothing. And I have been there 20 times, maybe 50 times. I've been to this swimming pool. And so I changed it and I get naked there every time. And then I noticed the security camera and I start like looking around and I noticed I'm the only one changing here. There's a special room where you're supposed to go and get naked there.
So every time you are doing your changing and like you really didn't think of any other person changing?
No, I just thought because I see they are really shy. Yeah. Like they take their towel, cover themselves and go and change, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not shy like that. So I'm so sorry for like the security guard sitting there and watching me.
Every single moment you strip and you're like...
Now I just slowly take it off and I look into the security camera.
You would think you're trying to make a point.
Okay, it's more civilians here than it is in Sweden. But there shouldn't be a security camera where we are getting naked. That's my point.
Oh my god, if that happened to me, I don't know what I would do. Oh, you didn't complain about it. You didn't lodge a complaint or anything. You just...
So after being there 50 times, showing myself 50 times naked for that camera, I'm supposed to go to the camera operator. Hey you! They have a file, you know, they have video of me being naked there.
More than 100 times of you showing up naked in the same place. And you're the YouTuber, and everybody knows you. So I don't know, you talk about dealing with the cold in Taiwan. I think much of what I've been doing lately is I either try to work out indoors because I can't stand the workout outside, I think.
Because it's so cold, right?
It's so cold and it's raining and I feel like it's not effective. You know, like you're running or you're doing something you just can't even sweat a bit. It's like a waste of time.
Do you also do a lot of dancing as your exercise?
Yes, I do. Dancing is sort of like therapy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm angry or when I'm pissed off, I will turn my volume up and I will dance. Yeah. And I'll feel better. I love it. I can do it. Sometimes I just grab my stuff and then just get started. If I want to feel something traditional, something home-like.
Even when you dance by yourself in your little room in Taiwan, you dress up in that style. Wow.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I want to feel what I'm doing, you know. Yeah. It feels like home.
That is super cool.
You know Africans love dancing, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, not everyone, I guess.
Stereotyping.
What a trap! What a trap!
What else do you want to tell me? You guys all know how to run. You can run. You all
Okay,
perfect
thank you.
at running. And
Thank
I'm
you
like,
for making that trap for me.
Bad
you-
stereotyping.
We were invited to a school to talk about our countries, right? And after we talk about our countries, we had to do something about our culture, right?
Okay.
And the thing I did was that I played the song from
Yeah.
Sweden, right?
Yeah, I remember.
After I played my song, everyone was so polite in the club, right?
Yeah.
And then it was your turn, so you talk about Uganda. And when you were done talking about Uganda, you put on some song.
Yes.
And you get up and you dance. Everyone in the whole audience got up and started dancing together with you. People got up on the scene. Like it was just like the whole high school, everyone just started dancing everywhere. And I was just sitting there before I also got up and danced with you, of course. But first I was thinking like, why am I the YouTuber? Why am I making videos? This is the true star right here who can get the whole high school to dance in the style of your country.
It's such a beautiful moment for me.
Yeah, this was really, I think, like spreading the culture of your country.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the food here?
The food, when I had just come, my greatest challenge was the food that has sugar. Like every time I went to eat, I noticed that the food I'm eating has a bit of sugar in it. Our food is mostly salty. But sometimes when they deep fry some of the chicken,
Yeah.
yeah, it turns out they make it a little bit sweet.
Yeah, especially the fried chicken. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
right now I can eat it, but when I had just come, I just couldn't take it.
Okay.
It was too much for me. And then the stinky tofu, that was the deal for me. I was like, okay. But then somehow I got convinced to try it, you know.
Yeah.
My friends dragged me along to a certain restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we see it and they're like, you have to test this, you know, like, you know, everybody's talking about it. I'm like, if I don't test this, then I'm really dense.
Yeah.
So they put it on the table and I'm like, I don't care how it smells. I have to eat it, you know. And then I put one and then it wants to come back.
Oh, really?
Like it's just, but you know, everybody's watching me to see my reaction. So I had to, like, it was a very weird moment for me, you know, between bringing it back and losing all my friends and just swallowing it.
It didn't come back up.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
That's what I was fighting for, and it did happen. And I was glad.
What is the main thing you eat in Uganda?
We'll have rice, we have potato.
Yeah, that's unique. Tell me about this potato. How should I pronounce? But one time I think we had chicken together.
Mm-hmm.
And you say in Uganda, you don't eat chicken unless you can see someone catch it.
No, I was joking.
It was a joke. Okay, cut.
You took that serious?
I'm gonna test one more thing because my friend from Uganda told me.
Okay.
And he say that in Uganda, if someone likes you a lot, they will treat you for grasshoppers and red wine. You will eat grasshoppers together and drink red wine.
Oh my god.
Like fried grasshoppers. Okay.
First of all, if you look at the people who actually love to take wine, the red wine and the like.
Do you mean more like rich, like upper class? Or you mean
Yeah,
just,
upper class. So I shouldn't say rich, but better off class.
Yeah, okay.
A grasshopper is like something that quite affordable, you know,
Yeah.
like anybody can, because you can just catch it. When the grasshopper season comes, you can go and get it.
I'm not taking this.
I'm sorry. You think I'm pulling your leg? I'm not.
I don't know.
It's easy to catch
Your credibility in the
grasshoppers.
beginning of the interview up here, credibility now somewhere down there. You missed the food from Uganda, right?
This is where you are between lying and telling the truth.
It's okay, you can say no one get offended.
No, I don't.
No, you don't? Someone got offended.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so you are used to the xiaolongbao and
I'm
all
used
the
to
stuff
it.
here now.
I'm used to it.
If you would go down on the street and ask people, what do you know about Uganda?
Yeah.
What would they say?
They'll say there are lots of animals. And then there is this guy, he was driving, a random guy. I don't know him, he doesn't know me. I'm getting back home, I had a bad day, and I'm just walking home. And then he's driving, and then he just parks his car in the middle of the road and looks at me and goes like, hey, need some machuma, hey. And then I look at him, I'm like, what? to answer him. He's just like going like, what? How do you ask that? Somebody asked me whether I bought my smartphone in Taiwan, and then they asked me that, so what do you use your smartphone for in Taiwan? So I'm looking at them and thinking, okay, like to talk with my family, and then they're like, so your families have smartphones? And I'm like,
They think that you like it's your first time in civilization coming here.
You're like, I can't believe you don't know and you carry a smartphone. You can just Google it, you know?
No, but we get this kind of prejudice from the time when we are kids, you know?
Yeah.
Because if we don't finish that food, our parents or grandparents can tell, like, think about the kids in Africa who doesn't have anything to eat. I don't think Swedish parents care a lot about kids in Africa. Of course they care, but those that care, they also try to give money or give something. This is just a way to make the kids eat.
It works better. When you talk about the throwing of, you know, eat all your food and finish it, for us in my country, our parents will just say, finish your food, because there are people who are starving elsewhere. Are people starving in Sweden, finish your food? No.
Yeah.
No. But it is true, the situation is there, but I think sometimes the media puts it, they exaggerate. In the evenings, usually, when we go to our villages, you know, like in Taiwan, you don't really get to see the stars and the like.
Yeah.
But in our village, you get to see that like all the time. So in the evenings, people do not have electricity in the village areas, so they prefer to get their meals and sit outside. And it's beautiful. The stars are all out. All the things that you call romantic, we see them every day. So even without the electricity, the feeling of togetherness and happiness, the cozy feeling is still there. Yeah, you so actually don't need your phone.
Yeah. Until
I came to Taiwan, I'll tell you what happened. When I went with the Rotary to Paung Ho, they woke me up at 5, and then they told me that let's go, we're going somewhere at 5 in the morning, 5 a.m. And then we'll ride on the scooter, and then finally we get there like, oh, we came to see the sunrise. And I'm like, oh my God! I see the sunrise every single day. but then because my Chinese was bad, I didn't know how to explain how to say, you know, like.
We should all be happy that your Chinese wasn't at that level.
But then when I live here, I start understanding the value of what we have around us. But we really don't pay attention to it. I've lived here for 1 year, and then I started 1 year and a half, 7 months, and then I started understanding, you know, Helen, start valuing what you have. Because some people look for just a moment to experience this, and in your country you have it every day. Every single day in, day out. You see the stars, you see the moon, and then you see the sunrise every day. In the evening it's beautiful. When people take these photos, you have the real thing. Like you look at the photo and like, I see the real thing every day.
Is your plan, you want to study more Chinese, if I understand?
If I get an opportunity to study, especially translation, I would love to take it on.
Thank you so much for joining in today's episode.
Welcome. Thank you for always dragging me for these things.
Yeah, finally, because we tried many times to do this interview, but sometimes I couldn't do it, sometimes you couldn't do it, and finally we can do it together. Okay, that's really good. Thank you so much for watching today, and I see you all next time.
Bye-bye.